waters. So we're gonna go down here and we're gonna show you how bad it is. So um, it's gotten to the point where it's pretty much once every, I don't know, probably once every year now, sometimes more. We look at anywhere from 5 to 10 feet of water sometimes over some of the bridges here. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys this, and we'll see how it goes. We got this roads blocked off up there. Hey man. I got it. I don't want anybody driving through, so.
She was worried. She's like, "What should I do there?" I said, "Guy in orange said, take care. Just come back."
I'm going to show you guys this. Then I'll show you the so this is you could tell it's gone down just a little bit, but none of that obviously is river. None of that out there is river, obviously. So, and this is where it gets problematic to a degree. So this wall right here is 5 to 6 feet over the surface of the stream at normal height. So what you're seeing here, obviously, this is about 5 to 6 feet of rise in the Spring Creek in Spring Valley, Minnesota. So this is never this high, ever. This is uncommon, obviously, save for when it's flooding. And then the other problem is as this goes around the bends down this way, it slows down on some bends, and then it backs up into this park, and that's what's sending the water back this way. So as you can see, it's coming down the road here. It's got all this road covered, and it's flowing right back in. So it goes downstream, loops back through, floods the park, comes back this way, and then re-enters the water, the watershed here. So what you end up with is just a circular flooding. So I'm good, thanks. I don't need to be told. I'm an adult. I can handle myself. I can handle myself. Huh? I'm independent. Why? No, you don't get to. I'm allowed to be anywhere I want to be.
I'm gonna go get the trooper.
You go get the trooper. Don't. I don't know who you think you're talking to. Guys, share this out. He's trying to rat me out to the troopers. So it loops all this way, and it just keeps looping around. So now, as it gets really bad, part of the reason it gets so restricted in here is that there is a building up there that goes over the stream, and that building gets flooded out constantly. So, and as you can see, it gets channeled deeper into this furrow, but when it hits these walls. So, but anyway, yeah, he pissed me off. So And then we'll show you from the other side. I'll take you with me. But I'll put you in the car with me, and then you'll see the detour we have to do to get through town and around town. But the town is cut in half. So everything south that way is literally all on one side of, obviously all on the side of this, but for emergency response. So like the fire department, instead of chasing me down, they have to drive, and I'll show you the route again. They have to drive all the way out. It's about a 2-mile loop. They have to drive all the way out. And you see up there at the top of that hill, you probably can't see it very well, that's where you can come back into town. So if there's an emergency on that side of town, fire, ambulance call or whatever, there's no way for anybody to get through there. So the fire department is on the north side of this flowage, and so is the ambulance call center, or the ambulance center. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to my car, and I will leave you guys on stream, and I'll talk you through the detour. And we'll go from there. So well, somebody drove through it.
Dangerous.
I mean, I could be a little crazy, but I'm not going to put myself in that much of a risk.
Well, I understand your position, but I also understand the position of the firefighters. If you were to fall in for whatever reason, now they have to go save you. So
I understand that,
totally
Sergeant.
get it. So our
I'm
job
not-
is to make sure no cars drive through.
No, I wasn't putting myself. I was with the 82nd Airborne Division. I'm not afraid
That's
of,
why I
of
just stood
stuff.
back
So,
and if he falls in, we'll go
Well,
rescue him.
I'll tell you what, Sarge. I'm TC.
Tyler, nice
Um,
to meet you.
I'm fairly critical of law enforcement,
I understand.
but I was happy to see your response,
Oh,
and I was happy to see you engage the way you did just now.
Oh,
And I
you're
really
welcome,
and I really appreciate it. So
yeah, I just figured. Well, I heard what you said to the firefighter. I went, he's a man. We'll treat him like a man. That's
Well-
respectful. So, but I understand you also have a job to do with your photos. So, how close to the bridge? Did you see how close it was?
it's up to the top.
It is?
So
Okay.
if you can see the white caps as they're peeking up
Yeah.
over here. It is hitting.
Okay.
It is hitting, but it does look like it might be subsiding a little bit because
the
it
same.
looks
I thought
it
the
looks
same.
like it must have been up to about the center line of
Yeah.
the bridge,
The guys
and it
were
looks
saying-
like it's dropped back
The
some.
guys were saying they haven't had rain since late last night. So
No.
wherever this water came from west of here. So
Yeah, so it funnels down out of the valley over here.
Oh, okay.
So the reason Spring Valley is called Spring Valley is that there's a whole series of springs out on the west side of town, and when we get rain saturation,
It all goes to.
it all comes into this creek.
Yeah.
And of course there's not much they can do because they have this restriction in this.
Yeah, it all funnels to a
It
small,
all
narrow-
funnels into
to get
this
onto the
narrow
highway.
area.
So when I got here, the water was actually going to that. There's a drain over there on the street.
Yep.
The water was actually going to that. It looks like it stopped. So I think you're right. I think it's starting to go
The
down.
problem is it floods into the park,
I saw that when I came in. Yeah.
and then it comes back out this way and then dumps back in. And that's what I was doing, was I was showing it's
like a toilet bowl.
almost like a toilet bowl,
Yeah.
but it re-enters the watershed over here. So a lot of times as the water on the west is coming down, the water over here on the east and south or north side is still cycling back in.
Where does it go from over there? Where does it go from there?
So my audience is like, oh, interesting.
Oh.
So as it goes north and east,
Okay.
it goes all the way out past Good Earth Village.
Sure.
And you know where Good Earth
Yep,
Village
heard
is?
of it, yep.
It goes out past Good Earth Village, and it in there, and it dumps into, feeds into
Just takes time.
Bear Creek, and then Bear Creek goes into the route. So
So,
thank
sounds
you
like
for
Yes.
your response.
Thank you. Have a good day, sir.
You. All right. I'm not a bad guy, man. I'm safe. Okay. I know you're worried. I'm not going to do anything. All right. I swear.
Well, we get nervous when somebody crosses.
I understand. I've been doing this in town for a long time. So I sandbagged back in 2000. That's how far back I go. So.
Okay.
All right, so guys, we're going to go to the other side. Actually, we're going to do this real quick. Now, if we could get the park to stop reflooding.
Yeah.
It's all coming back from the park now.
We'll fill it in.
Yeah, right. I don't know. Hey, Sarge, I don't know if they.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take the loop
Okay.
out and I live on that side of town.
Oh, sure.
So I'm always on scene when this happens.
Sure.
I'm gonna take the loop and I'm gonna come back down.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try obviously and drive my vehicle through.
All right.
But if you are on the phone with your partner
Yeah,
over
I'll
there,
just text her real quick.
text her and let her know that if she sees me, I'm not gonna endanger anybody.
Okay.
So
No,
I just want to get
we
some
have-
from that side as
We have a
well.
policy on how we deal with the media.
So
Bottom line, our concern is safety first and foremost. So
absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
I just wanted to give you a heads up.
I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
Safe.
All right, so now you guys are going to see the loop we have to take to get out of town. So this is Highway 60. This is US Highway 63 South. So up there, where you see the units, the fire units up there blocking traffic, the road goes to the west and north out of town, and then from west and north it heads straight north, due north into the Rochester area and then past Rochester, and just kind of keeps going all the way north, running parallel but some distance from the Mississippi River. So now we're going to, like I said, we're going to go and get into the loop, and we're going to go get some video from the other side of town so you guys can see exactly what it's like. The biggest problem that you have is the impact that this has on emergency services in a town like this. So we're a town of 2,700 people, roughly, give or take, and our town, when it gets cut in half, all of our emergency services are on the north side of town. So if you live on the south side, you're in trouble. So here's another. This is part of the park that I was feeding information to you on. So where you see that line of water, you go to that line of trees down there. That's actually where the creek is. So here we go. I'm gonna switch it from tripod to car mount. Guys, like this out and share, or like this and share it out if you would. Yeah, I don't know. You saw the firefighter was going to put hands on me, and I'm like, I don't think you realize who I am, bro. So that's why I went and made nice with him afterwards, because You know, I live here in town. I don't have I don't want to have issues with people. I really don't. But dude, I'm trying to cover a story. This is a big deal for us locally, and I'm trying to bring attention to it, and you shouldn't have a beef with me bringing attention to it. Not to mention the fact that I'm 55 freaking years, 54 technically, but I'm 55 freaking years old. I don't need a babysitter. And props to the trooper, he handled it perfectly. So, so I don't know, maybe I can show you guys. So this line of traffic here that we're following, so I have to go about a mile and a quarter out of town to get to my turn. To get back into town, which will then put me on the south side of the river. Of Spring Creek. And so as you know, they are heavily diverting traffic through town. None of this traffic that you're seeing is normal for this road. This is literally just a farm road that would normally be used by locals coming in and out from east or heading east that live on this side of town in this particular neighborhood. And then ag use, farmers bringing their tractors down for crops and whatnot. So very little use. And then off immediately to our right as we drive by right now is the city cemetery. So, and it sits on a hill. I don't know, have you ever noticed that cemeteries always sit on some of like the most prime real estate, some of those beautiful areas? But anyway, so yeah, here we're gonna be getting out here in a minute, and we're going to see another trooper and directing traffic. That's the old Mitch Lentz. But yeah, anyway. So I'm gonna hook a right. And so just the ambulances over on this side of town right now, means they're probably on a call because we have a elderly retirement home. It's called Hillside Manor on this side of town that gets frequent calls, as I'm sure you can imagine. So here we're gonna go down here. Show you from this end, from this angle. Just to give you an idea of how much over the road this goes. So switch out. Switch out, and here we go. Back on the tripod just in case. And just so as you guys look at this, it is literally less than a block from my house where this stream flows. So we're going to take a look at what's going on down here with the downtown area. So another trooper keeping this side of the road shut down. People so the dangerous part is the kids that you see, because kids, they don't pay any attention to their own safety. So this is a parking lot for this car dealership, so to speak. He warned you? Did he warn you I was coming down?
When you said you were coming, I was like, well, there's water down here.
So, Mr. Mayor? Mr. Mayor, wave hi to the audience. That's Justin. Some of you have seen him. We do mayoral mandarins, so so that building right there, Bear Creek Auto, literally straddles the stream. And we'll walk over. Actually, I'll do it now. Let's see here. So you could see that this is flowing here. It's literally flowing. It's not just sitting. It's flowing over this like it's coming out of a stream, or like part of a normal stream, and that's not what this is. This is how high this has gotten coming out of so it's broke over its banks and it's coming over here and then flowing out across through there. And that's where some of the problem comes in, is that the storm water drains can't keep up with it, and then on top of it you get this. And so years ago, when this used to be a Chrysler dealership, when this was built, they just built it right over the stream. There was like, they didn't think anything of floods. They just weren't getting them. And so you can see here how high this is. And all it takes too is, let's say a tree gets washed downstream and gets jammed up against that bridge down there, and we'll go over to that bridge in a minute, or gets jammed up here, that backs up the water even more. So you end up with even bigger problems. And don't let this fool you. This is fast as hell. You can tell that it's fast just because of how it's pouring over this. Well, this doesn't have any place to go, so it forces its way down around this road, and there are storm drains in here that just can't keep up. So that's how bad this is in here. So if you're not careful and you're standing next to that and you let yourself get swept into it, you could very easily, in fact, in 2000 we almost had a kid with their adult caretaker got swept away, and they were able to get to him and pull him out. But in that storm, actually here you can see how bad the water's coming out of the ground. I don't know if you guys can see that. This right here, the water's forcing up from underneath the pavement here. So we'll hop back in the car and I will show you guys the other bridge and just how close to my property this is. I was supposed to be home prepping for dinner tonight. That truck earlier, did he just go right around you?
He went around the barricade over here.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know. There was two of them. But the second one, I actually got him around.
Yeah.
I yelled at him. He went back with the other one going right through.
Yeah, and then he went in there. Did he stall out? Is that why he... No, you
He
just...
just continued on, so.
You must have... I'm going to make a state patrol joke.
Uh-oh.
Did they give you the height exception? Because you're not nearly as tall as all the...
Right?
That's...
No. Yeah, they used to have restrictions on how tall you were. I'm glad
They lifted those, huh?
Yep, now they make vehicles that you can reach the pedals and everything else. So that's always
You didn't have to strap a block to your foot to hit the gas pedal?
Not for this vehicle anyway.
Is this better than running traffic?
No, not really.
No.
I don't know. It depends on the day, I suppose.
Depends on the mood you're in when you wake up.
Exactly. Have a good day.
You too. Okay, so I'm gonna I'll hop back in the car. I'm just gonna keep you guys on the tripod, and we will go down to this other bridge, and then we'll show you how close it is to my house. So now I'm safe. I don't have to worry about anything with my house because I do literally sit on the side of a hill. I'm 3/4 of the way up the hill, and it's the steepest hill in town. So if the water is that bad while I'm driving or on my hill that it comes all the way up to my hill, if the water is that high, we have other problems. So just what you guys wanted was a very close up of TC's face. So So it was closed down earlier. It was closed down earlier, but it has subsided enough now where... Guys, be careful, all right? I know it doesn't look like much, but that'll grab you. Mike? So this, it is subsiding. They're taking barricades down to be able to get through town. But if we get any more rain today at all, this is going to be right back up. And the worst I've ever seen it was in 2000. The water was flowing literally so fast as it came through here that it was running up that hill, and it was halfway. So there's a vehicle gross weight limit sign here. That building right there, that tin building, that area was probably up to the lower level of the lower edge of those windows that you see on the front of that building. And that was in 2000. So now I'll show you how close this is to my house. So take one more walk. And I'll show you. When I say strategically, I'm very close to the stream. Geographically, I'm very close to the stream. I can't say things like strategically because it makes it sound like I'm planning something. Hello, girls. Hello, chickies. Hello, Freedom Talk. All right. So, that's the Freedom Talk, everybody. And there's a stream. That's Spring Creek. Called Spring Creek, as I was explaining to the trooper earlier. It's called Spring Creek because of all the springs in Spring Valley. So, yeah. So as you can see, here's the bridge. And contrary to what most people would consider to be, a logical conclusion, the creek here, this valley, when it floods, it's got very, very rarely does it come over this bridge right here. Very rarely does it come over this bridge. What happens is the stream is restricted, its flow is restricted, and it's pushed up into this park. And so this park has berms that funnel the water, not intentionally, but the park has berms that funnel the water over the road and back into the creek here. So you've got what we were talking about earlier. So you have the normal channel of the stream here, and that comes from way out west of town. Excuse me, not east. Way out west of town, and it follows the low points as streams and rivers tend to do. And then when it hits these barricades here, it backs up and it refeeds the stream down here. Rejoins Spring Creek. And then it gets into that park I was showing you earlier. And that park floods, but the flooding in the park all comes back towards the stream instead of just draining to the north and east. It drains to the south and west. And now this will stay high for a few days. And so that's why I said once you reach saturation levels, ground saturation levels, the water has no place else to go. Plus you have the natural springs. So you have the natural springs that feed Spring Creek. Then you get ground saturation density gets met, and you end up with this creek being high. So when you're at saturation density, if you get any more rain, the ground won't absorb it. It won't take it. And so we can end up with flooding for the risk of flooding for 3 to 4 days if we have even just steady rains or thunderstorms. So, yeah, and when I tell you that I live on a hill, like it's literally the steepest hill in town, and video doesn't do it justice. You can't tell. But, yeah, somebody knocked down one of my walls, or my bricks. I have to go in here and get that. You guys get to go along. There we go. There, fixed it. All right, so now I'm gonna get ready to end this because I did what I wanted to do and show everybody. And let's see, what time is it? It's 12:11. I got to get ready for Bet Nation Live. If Skipper's still planning on doing it. Who are we robbing? I don't work for the government, so I don't rob anybody. Said what I said. But yeah, anyway, I got to get ready. I got to take the food in for dinner for tonight and then get ready for Vet Nation Live. So if you haven't ever caught Vet Nation Live, tune in about 15 minutes to Veteran Nation channel on YouTube or Rumble, and you get to see more. But you get to see me in a different perspective than giving you a rundown of the flooding in my town. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I was thankful for the pleasant interactions on the part of the Minnesota State Patrol. It doesn't happen often with me, so I'm thankful for that. Catch you guys in a little bit. See you later.